story because it was funny. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so I think I had already talked to David, right? And like we had gone back.
I've already talked to Dan.
Yeah, we're gonna go back. I just want to tell this story.
It's right before Hot Chile.
Hot Chile, yes, exactly.
They're taking the stage.
So they're leaving. Talisha's going to give David his thing, and he hugged her, and he was like,
oh. He has the same facial expression every single time somebody gives him something. Come here,
exactly. But he's adorable. And I love him. I love Pumpkin.
David,
Jamal. Anyway,
that one later.
Yeah, we're okay. So, David, he's like, okay, we gotta go. Mark. He goes to Talisha because I was avoiding him. You know why. He goes, we'll be back in a few minutes. Talisha goes, she goes, it was the funniest thing ever. And
he said, we'll be back in a minute, okay? I'm like,
okay.
I didn't ask you to come back. I don't even know who you are.
I'm pretty sure she saw. Okay, rewind.
And I kicked
meet and greet. So you said you were gonna kick him in his hair.
I kicked him, but I kicked the air as he was leaving.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, I kicked it. Like, I don't want you.
But we're talking about Wednesday still.
Okay, but
that was your initial reaction. Yeah. Okay. So meet and greet. Okay, I was talking to David first because I bought him a thing of ginger ale.
Okay, yeah. So she was waiting for Dave, and no, I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to say what her mother did. Mommy Dawn. So she's waiting for Dave, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just hanging out, whatever. And her mom goes to me, like, look, there's Dad. I'm like, word, I'm there.
I literally turn around. Talisha's gone. I'm just like, all right.
But it was because she was waiting to see David, so she can give him his ginger ale. So I wanted to go and give Dan my picture for him. And there wasn't a big crowd around him either. I hate you. Hate your face.
Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to keep it civil.
No, we're going to keep it civil. We're going to end it like that.
David, when I finally got up to him, I was like, yeah, when I saw you in Philly, we had like this whole long drawn out conversation about ginger ale. He goes, so I gave him the ginger. Well, I took it to merch. Gave me a hug. Almost broke my ribcage.
Yep. So that was
that was my David.
I was with Daniel at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I was giving him a picture. He's like, oh, they're doing the waltz. I'm like, I don't know what the waltz is. But yeah, sure. It was from Kim Possible. I just thought of it because... Is
that what you got that from?
Yeah. It was the picture of the guy and her dancing. And then that's where I got it. I was like, yeah, sure. And I had my South Park shirt on. It was Cartman because we both love South Park. Well, all the guys do. And he was talking. I was trying to make sure. He was like, oh, did you see the episode of Faith? And of course. Like, duh. What do I look like? And like, he's talking about this whole episode. Everybody is standing. It's like me, him, and then behind me, this is where the girl started. Like, everybody. Amber comes through all through the crowd.
All the way through the crowd.
Right up to me.
Like, they all looked at me like, excuse you.
And she's like, so what are we talking about? He goes, South Park.
I was like, what else? I'm like, oh, okay.
He was really sweaty, but he was hugging me and he was sweaty. And it was...
Yeah, that was the funniest thing. They reacted because they already look at Talisha like, and then I just like moved through the crowd like it's no big deal.
What's up?
What are we talking about?
What did I miss?
Yeah.
Let me get on.
They're just like,
how dare
you. And then Dan just started talking like it's normal.
Yeah, because he was talking about the Faith Healing episode, which was really funny.
So that was Dan. Got a hug. He is really sweaty.
Yeah. Oh, and you gave him his gift, and he wanted to know about the joke. He wanted to know about the joke, and I'm like,
okay, no. Remember the joke we told you about in February? Well, I bought him some hand sanitizer. I bought him some hand sanitizer, and then he wanted me to explain the joke. So I said to Talisha,
"Go ahead, you take this."
I was like, "You take it." He was talking to you anyway, so. Yeah, I also gave him a South Park DVD, and he was really, really excited about it. Just like, okay, Dan. So that was then. Then
for the
Hot Chile. So then it was M&G Part 2. Who did we talk to first, Brian?
Dan, because we got the kiss.
That's right. We got Dan.
Yeah, we got it.
We got Dan.
He made us delirious.
He was so delirious that we kissed him.
Okay, so the thing was, we wanted, because we saw pictures of other people, and we said, oh, we want to give some cheeky side for the picture.
It's the cutest thing ever, by the way.
So I said, well, I'll make a deal with you. I will tell you the joke if you let us do something to you. And he goes, go on. And I'm like your style. So I told him the joke with the left hand or whatever, and I said, I didn't even tell him the whole thing. I said, basically, you said you don't want us to know what you do with your left hand. And then left out all the important stuff.
The whole story. But I threw in the girl. He's like, that doesn't even sound like anything I would say.
Dan laughed. Yeah. He goes, what? That doesn't even sound like me. I'm like,
but you said it. I literally said, but you said it.
Yeah, she's like, but you said it. So I said, what? I'm like, yeah, it's like we're cool, we're not offended. It's cool.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, we're best friends. Anyway.
So I said, okay, so now you know the joke said, can we kiss you while we take a picture? Picture came out cute.
It's adorable.
We tried to get the lip gloss off his cheek. I ended up stroking his hair.
I tried to get the sweat off his cheek.
Yeah, he was still really
and
sweaty.
I was like stroking his face. I'm like, this is
I stroked
weird.
the side of his hair.
I'm just like, this is weird. I'm going to take my hand back now. So I would like to warn you guys now. You're going to hear a bunch of stories. I have a problem with randomly touching action items.
Oh, for Saturday.
I'm going to tell you that now. And Anthony. But I asked his permission about that.
True.
So we're going to get into that. So after Daniel was bri. My bri.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We're not at that part yet. We went back for that.
Oh, that is true. Oh, that's true.
I just wanted to give Brian, thank you. Give Brian the cupcakes.
Oh, yeah.
I would say my cupcakes, but that would sound really wrong. The cupcakes. So he goes, I was like, yeah, when we were in Philly, I said, your foot just scared the crap out of me. Because it like touched my foot.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, I told you I would bring you cupcakes to the Philly show, but since that was sold out, I brought them down here. He's like, yeah, I kept seeing that. I was wondering what it was. I was like, a box of cupcakes. That's what I was thinking. But I was just like, yeah, they're hot fudge brownie cupcakes. Like, oh, you're killing me. Like, okay. Okay. So I told him I was going to take him to merch for him because he couldn't hold them. Because the piranhas were swarm. That's what I'm going to call them now. Piranhas. Because the fans that swarm them, it's like someone put a human baby in the water and some piranhas.
Cut it. And then send it in the water.
Slice the baby, throw it in, and like rah.
That was really bad. That was really bad. We're not bad people. I swear.
We just have weird examples.
I might be a little bad.
I'm not. Anyway, well, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave it alone. So he's like, oh, you'd be a doll if you could do that. I'm like, I know, I'm a doll. I'm so adorable. Yeah. So that was Brian.
Don't make her mad, though.
I know what you're talking about. Wait, how do we get back to Brian? Was that after we talked to?
Because it was Dan, Brian. We didn't get to Anthony till last. We went to David.
We went to Anthony before David though, because then we went back to Anthony.
Oh, we went back to Anthony and back to Brian, right?
No. Yes. Yeah. No. We went. It was.
Oh, but we go back to Dan again. I don't know what we did.
We went back to Dan a few times. Wait, it was Brian and Anthony. Well, not really Anthony because Mark interjected.
No, yeah, okay, that.
So then Anthony, and then we went back to Brian.
Yeah, to get the picture.
Yes, and then David, then Dan, then Anthony again. All right, so